We're going to talk today about my TOA hard clear on the free-to-play. We are 33 days in. Last time I checked, when I checked, we were on our 33rd day on the account. So barely a month in, got our first TOA hard clear. Let's talk a little bit about the process. Now, I believe her name is Ella. Let me double check that. I don't want to be getting her name wrong. Yeah, Ella. For those of you that have been following the account, you know that I pulled the light totemist a while back, which is just insane. And this is how she's built. The 100 resistance was not an intentional thing. I did not lean that hard into resistance. I think the runes that I put on her, I just happened to have some pretty beefy resistance subs. But we've got her on violent energy right now, and she's pretty decent. I think for where we're at in the game, it's a pretty decent build for her. And I've been getting a lot out of her in Tartarus. I've been using her in our guild battles a lot and stuff. And I recently figured out a way to slot her into my TOA hard team, and I think she's a big part of why we had the success we had moving through. So I'm just going to jump into a random stage here and show you how I've been using her, because she's been really helpful. She's kind of bringing, in a sense, kind of what you would say like Mav brings to a team with his cooldown, except she's got a much more intense version of it. So the first time her turn comes around, I don't use her because I haven't speed tuned this. It just happens to line up in a certain way that's helpful. Now, it's also helpful if Vera will land some stuns, but you know, you can't always get what you want. I think there was a song that said that one time or something. Thankfully, Charlotte can come in behind and do what Charlotte... I mean, also, Charlotte's a huge help, don't get me wrong, but what I'll do with my Ella is I'll come in behind, depending on what's going on. Sometimes situation will change it, but more often than not, I would come in behind and hit Melia again and try to get Melia another turn with a fresh cooldown so she can drop another A2 and stack up a bunch more poisons. That's generally the move. And then we have the stuns from Vero and Charlotte. This also, I believe, improves cooldowns by 1 turn, so that helps us get closer. And this was the process, and it was pretty solid. Every now and then, if there were fire-heavy waves, I would struggle a little bit. Obviously, I don't remember which stage it is, but there's a stage where the last wave is Garo and 4 of the fire sylphids, I think. And that one's real tough for this setup. So I had to make some substitutions here and there. I used Sig and Verd occasionally in place of Melia and Charlotte. I would make, the occasional substitution. But that's pretty much the gist of how this team works. Then I try to make sure I go into the next wave with a fresh cooldown. And that was that. And then as far as the boss goes, I'll probably... I don't know. I was going to say I'll put it up on the screen, but I can't really react to it if I do that. Actually, yes, I can. Hang on. All right, we figured it out, and we're back. So this is the boss fight, and basically the goal was to never be on the receiving end of a turn. If the left tower gets a turn, it's not that big of a deal. If the right tower or the boss gets a turn, it's kind of a big deal. So between Spectra and Lauren, it was really just a matter of selecting the target based on who the biggest threat was when the turns came. Also, Vero has some knockback as well. So we actually managed to get through this entire fight without the right tower or the boss taking a single turn. Everybody played a pretty big part here. I think I probably could have done it without Ella. I don't think Ella was very important for this. I just didn't bother swiping her out, and she brought some good heals and stuff. I think you probably want to bring someone that's got some heals if you're trying to do this and you don't have Ella, just because the boss is going to counterattack and stuff. So she was able to counteract that. So just bring someone else that's got heals. But the general strategy here was, again, just don't let the boss or the right tower get a turn, and then stack as many dots as you can on the right tower. And then depending on how many dots you have, you kind of have to eyeball it. When you get the right tower's health low enough, then you can just let it have its turn because it's going to die, okay? So I probably overkilled it a little bit here because I just wanted to be real sure, because I didn't want to deal with the waves again and stuff. I wanted to make real sure. So I probably overkilled it in how much damage we did to the right tower before we left it alone. But once you get to the point where you're convinced that the right tower is going to die, you can pretty much just hit auto and target the boss. Lauren's not going to let him get a turn. I went ahead and stacked poisons on the left tower too, just because I thought, why not? I'm going to be here for a while anyway. And that's pretty much it. It was honestly weirdly easy. Enough has changed about this game that this is really not that difficult to do anymore. There are some waves that are much harder than the bosses now, because of everything that's changed in the game. I think my old account, I mean, I had years of playtime in my old account back in the day, and I had gotten 2 TOA 100 once, and I'd never been able to clear it hard, TOA hard 100. And I did it on a free-to-play account now in 33 days. So, and wasn't really even rushing it. Like, I took probably 2 weeks between the time that I cleared TOA this time and actually started pushing TOA hard. So we probably could have done it sooner, but I wasn't really in a big hurry. But that's the gist of it. And again, if you want to do this without Ella, just bring someone else that heals. See here, we got him down. Like, it would probably die from dots now, but again, I wanted to be real sure, so we focused it a little bit longer. And then now, at a certain point, yeah, we just hit auto, target the boss, and that's it. First try. Not too bad. So yeah, Ella was a huge part of our success in the waves. A huge part of our success in the waves, because she allowed me to stack a lot more dots. She was basically, a lot of the time, a second AoE daughter, because of the way that she would just reset Melia and give Melia that turn. But she also brought heals and immunity and an AoE cooldown reduction. She's pretty crazy, man. I'm really enjoying her. So I'll probably continue to use her like this for a while. And then over time, as we start to get into RTA a little bit more, I start trying to push up an arena, get more serious about Siege. We'll probably upgrade her build a little bit, but I'm pretty happy with where she's at right now, given where we're at in the game. So, yeah, she's been a lot of fun. I do still need to skill her up too. I almost put Devilmons in her. I'm trying real hard not to do that because Devilmons are going to be so rare as free to play. I'm trying to convince myself to just fuse a bunch of Rileys. So I don't know. I might lose that battle. I might just get tired of waiting, because I also do want to put some Devilmons in her, but I've only got like 8 or 9 sitting right now. So I want to be real sure. Oh, I've only got 6 right now. I don't even have as many as I thought I had. Oh, that's right, because I put a couple in Spectra. Spectra I did think was worth. I did end up having to fully max Spectra to get what I wanted, which was this. Of course, we had to use an extra 5 to get this. The cooldown here isn't the end of the world either, but I really only wanted this maxed. But of course, that's the way it goes. So, yeah, we're down to 6. And it's not like she's not worth them. She's a light dart knack 5, but I can skill her up without them. So I'm trying to make myself do it, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. So beyond that, we do have a stage 5 Inugami team that is, it was 100% for like 80 runs in a row, and then it failed twice in a row. So 99% success rate. So we've got one Inugami done, and then we actually ran out of energy on the run that maxed him. So when the week resets, we'll probably scoop up some more. We're starting to get the 2As done on these guys though, and then I'll 6-star them and start getting them built for Trikaru, which is gonna kind of hold off on me 6-starring anyone else for the time being, because I'm kind of at a point now where I think, okay, I might have a little bit of rune depth to start thinking about getting this team built. And I would like to have their 2As and 6-stars behind me, kind of like I did on my main account. I just did it a lot faster on my main account. So that's kind of where we're at right now. And then we'll get back to focusing on who we've got, who we want to build, all that fun stuff. And then also, one quick note, probably should be its own video, but it's not. I don't know if it's enough to justify a video, but not this event, the next event where you win the engraved skulls. I got Desert Queen on my main account too. How about that? And then I'll come down and buy my runes later. This right here, where you claim your rewards, you're gonna get like, I think it's full-blown scrolls that you get from here, from this gift box. Don't use them yet, and the reason being is, did they put a tab in here for it yet or no? There's an engraved event coming, kind of like the mystical scroll event where every 10 you summon you get a bonus one. So and you get to pick your list here, so just hang on to those, don't pop those right away. That event should be starting very, very soon. So that's it. That's just kind of a quick update on our TOA hard progress, what we're working on right now, what we have plans to work on. Been a minute since we did a free-to-play update, so I figured it was due. And then as far as summons and stuff, I'm trying to slow down on my summoning a little bit, because especially on my main account, because I've just got so much to do. There's another summon video coming out soon for my main account, and then I'm kind of trying to hold off because I've just got so much to build. So I don't know, we'll see. Maybe we'll get the bug one day randomly and do a quick video, but for now I'm planning on not doing summons for a minute. I don't want to get distracted from finishing my Trikaru and stuff. So that's it. That's the update. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And we'll see you later.